Oh, my friend, your soul will live throughout eternity, either up in heaven or down in hell. What will your answer be? And that's important, right? Where we're going to spend eternity is actually the most important thing that we can think about. And yet, a lot of modern day, even preaching and teaching, doesn't emphasize that very much at all. And that's what I want to talk about here this morning. So I was scrolling again. I'm guilty too. I was scrolling through Facebook, and there's certain Facebook groups I follow. Some of them are religiously oriented or Christian oriented. And there was one meme or a quote that popped up on one of these. And it was a quote by a guy named Dallas Willard, who I think was a good guy. He's in heaven now. He wrote a book called The Cost of Discipleship, which I have not read, but I've read excerpts of it quoted by other people. And it seems like it was a good book, or it is a good book. And I don't have any desire to denigrate Dallas Willard at all, so please don't take it this way. But there's a quote ostensibly from him. I haven't checked to see if this is a direct quote. But Dallas Willard apparently said or wrote, the gospel is less about how to get into the kingdom of heaven after you die, and more about how to live in the kingdom of heaven before you die. And so I read that, and it's not, there's some truth to that quote, right? I mean, when I think about it, I understand what he's trying to say, and yet there's something about it that rubs me the wrong way. Maybe it's just that the quote is a little imprecise to my way of thinking. And I'm going to blame my philosophy professor from way back when I was going to the Baptist College in Canada. I had a philosophy professor, Dr. Beverly, great guy. But I don't remember much of what he taught us, really, but I do remember two things that he hammered into our minds. One was, be precise when you say or write something. Be precise. Mean what you say what you mean. Make sure it's clear. Be precise. And the other thing was, define your terms. Define your terms. He used to hammer that into us all the time. So I find this quote imprecise, perhaps. If he had said the gospel is not only about getting into the kingdom of heaven after you die, but it's also about how to live in the kingdom of heaven before you die, I'd have no problem with the quote. So yeah, that's true. Okay, that's absolutely true. If and also, I think he's equating the kingdom of heaven with heaven itself, which is not. I don't think it's an exact equivalence. So again, I'm being nitpicky. I do that. I'm a nitpicker sometimes, but I'm being a little bit nitpicky. But here's my point about that quote, and I'm seeing this happen more and more in what I'll call modern, even evangelical Christianity, and we'll talk a little bit about progressive Christianity, which I talk about a lot lately, because I get obsessed with things. I get fixated on something. I don't let it go. So just ask my wife. She can reinforce that. But I've been thinking a lot about the gospel.